Just Outdoors is brought to you in part by the following community supporters.
Jervelin Hardware Inc., Deer River. Jervelin Hardware offers a broad selection of paints and sporting goods and a complete line of plumbing and electrical supplies. Jervelin Hardware, 108 Main Avenue, Deer River.
Meds One Emergency Medical Services. Meds One provides mobile advanced life support, community paramedic primary care services, and education, event medical support, and consulting. Preserving lives and improving health. In an emergency, always call 911.
This program is sponsored in part by Brewed Awakenings Coffee House. Brewed Awakenings is a green business with the mission to be a cafe where a person can eat every day and be healthy. Nurture your inner being at Brewed Awakenings, downtown Grand Rapids on Highway 2 East, across from the courthouse.
Hi, my name is Tom Chapin, and welcome to Just Outdoors. This is a program to bring you the bare facts about the woods, the waters, and the wildlife of Itasca County. Got a special show today on location. We're in the southeastern part of the Chippewa National Forest, and I have a special guest with me, Dan Hertle. Welcome, Dan.
Good to be with you, Tom.
And Dan, we're going to be talking about trapping today.
Sounds good.
And we're going to be talking about a trap line that we just set.
Yep, we just set it on Saturday, yep.
And we're going to be trapping Fisher and Marten. So all of you folks out there don't know a lot about Fisher and Marten, or don't know what they use them for products, how you trap them, how long the season is, this is what you're going to learn on the show today. We're actually going to go right out in the field and check our traps with the cameras here. But Dan, we got to know a little about you first.
Well, Tom, you know, I've been working in the resource for the last 35 years. As a matter of fact, I shared an office with you for a period of time over in Deer River.
I can't forget that.
Yeah, I know. And we had a good time there. We had quite a few adventures. I think you wrote a book about some of those adventures, if I remember right.
I think you're part of some of those.
Yeah,
yes, you are.
I think you're right,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And, you know, in some of our conversations, we got talking about trapping.
Right.
And I think it was right around the turn of the century that we decided to go ahead and set up this walk-in trap line.
That sounds like a long time ago.
Oh, it was.
When you say turn of the century.
Yeah,
but we're talking 14, 15 years ago. We decided to go on this first venture.
Exactly. And you know, we had done some canoe racing together, and we kind of like just being outside doing stuff.
Absolutely.
And the idea of doing a walk-in trap line, no motorized vehicles, that appealed to us. So we've been doing that the last 14, 15 years.
Yeah, so we had forestry and enforcement combining our somewhat talents.
Exactly.
And getting together and deciding that we like the same thing.
Exactly.
And a lot of things outdoors. Yep. But this is one thing that we particularly like. This is to me, this is one of my top weekends of the year of all I do outdoors.
I would agree. Yep, I would agree. And you know, when the season used to be 2 weeks long.
Yes.
So we got to get out and do this for a couple of weeks, but now it's
3 weekends actually.
It's been shortened up quite a bit, you know.
Yeah, now it went down to 9 days, and now it's at 6 days. The season is 6 days long. You don't have a lot of time to set your traps, to check them. You got to check them every 3 days.
Right.
That's the legal part of it.
Yeah.
And so we're going to say, and the limit is only one. Well, yeah, there's two, but you can have
one of each species.
One of each species.
Or two of
one species.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So that's what we're going to be looking for today. This is an exciting time because we put a lot of effort in 3 days ago setting these traps. It took us all day.
Right.
And we have boxes. We'll show everybody what's going on out there.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think this is an exciting time of the year for me, for sure, and you too.
No doubt, yeah.
We've been looking forward to this. We talk about it right after the season closes and set up. So anyway, we're in an area that is just absolutely conducive to trapping Fisher and Marten because it's old forest, right?
Exactly. Old forest kind of intermixed with some lakes, you know, and some swamps and that kind of thing. So you got travel corridors, you got pinch points, all kinds of different things. So
when we're talking about the Marten and the Fisher, let's talk about those species a little bit now.
Right.
So people understand the animal we're trapping.
Yep.
The Fisher itself is an animal that is kind of nocturnal. But it does have a big range. It roams around a lot looking for food. And it's a member of the weasel family.
Mustaloids.
Mustaloids. So because of that, they eat pretty much almost anything. But basically they rely on squirrels and small game. But they'll eat anything else.
Voles, mice.
Mice are the big things.
Or carrion.
Yes,
you know, from
that's true.
You know, we're just come out of deer season.
Right.
Matter of fact, muzzle loader's on right now, so we'll have our orange on while we're out walking around.
Yeah, we have to have our orange on because there's a season going on right now. And legally in Minnesota, you have to wear orange when there's any big game season going on with firearms.
And I know coming in on the road, we saw a whole bunch of eagles and ravens coming off of some sort of I think it was a kill site. And you know, of course, Fisher would be
attracted
to that too.
Yeah. Now they're an animal that are there's not a lot of them around.
No.
They stick to southern Canada and the northern tier states of this country. Minnesota probably has one of the best season on Fisher of all the states, I believe. They take more than any other state. The DNR does adjust the season according to what they think the populations are. And that's why we have a 6-day season now. And that's why the limit is only 1 or 2.
Exactly,
And so we appreciate that. We appreciate, as trappers, them adjusting that so we don't over-trap, take too many animals. We want them to rebound next year's. It's a great sport. Another thing we want to emphasize here, this is a great sport for young kids.
Oh, absolutely.
To get into.
Absolutely, yeah.
And not a lot of expense.
And I know that I've got a couple of friends, and his young son has been trapping for quite a period of time now, and he just really likes being out there. He likes to hunt and fish too, but the trapping just kind of extends that whole season for him. So,
and especially where there's a snow, it's just amazing the tracks you see out there. All the different animals you just don't see. But where we're going now, Saturday, when we set them 3 days ago, we saw a lot of sign.
We saw Fisher sign, we saw Pine Marten sign, we saw a lot of squirrel sign, which that's good because that's one of their prey species. Now we even saw cat track, so we'll see what happens.
Never know on bobcat, and that season's open too.
Right.
Now the Fisher itself, it's an animal that weighs 6 to 10 pounds, something like that. The female is a lot smaller than the male. And if you're going to sell these furs, which you can do, the female's always worth a lot more than the male. It's got denser fur or something going on there, but the recipients of the fur, the people that buy them, want the females more than the males. They'll buy both. And the average prices in the last couple of years are $50 to $80, something like that.
Varies,
it varies a lot.
On fur demand and where the fur is going and that kind of thing.
Most of the furs go overseas.
Right, it's going over to China, over into Russia. And
Turkey even buys them, and they're used for collars and stuff on that. So anyway, and they trap around 800 furs, Fisher a year in Minnesota, close 800 to 1,000 Fisher, I believe, every year. But they're quite an animal. They are very elusive. There aren't a lot of them around. So when you get one, that you are really pleased by that, because the chances of your trap or that Fisher running into your trap is pretty slim. Considering the big area that they have to use in order to find food to survive a winter that's down to 30 below.
And exactly, and with the shorter season, we're missing some of these animals, because they are making a big loop.
They could be 4 miles from here.
Exactly, and so when we saw a sign on Saturday, it's like, well, this is good. They've been here before, but are they going to make that loop in time before the season's done? And
this is exciting for us and exciting for the audience, because the audience is going to be going right along with us. On this thing. We don't know what's out there.
And we got a pretty day. I mean, it's a little light snow. It's in the 30s. It'll be really fun.
It'll just be beautiful out there.
Really fun.
Okay, just quickly before we start on our trap line here, let's show the people what we have here. Let's show them what a Fisher is. Hold that up.
I'm going to stand up with
I think that would be good, just to show you what a large Fisher. This is a large one.
This is one
we trapped last year.
2014.
That's 52 inches long.
And
measured it.
what was the weight on this one?
This was 11.5 pounds. It was above average,
Our
way
biggest
above average.
fisher.
Yes.
We caught one that was very close, but this was our heaviest fish.
Heaviest one.
Yep.
And you know, because of the size,
Yeah.
it's a male.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
And what's interesting,
Let me
we've
turn
never
this
had
around
one
too.
with that much white on the
See the
belly.
white on it?
And the chest.
Yeah, just a beautiful
Just a
animal.
gorgeous, gorgeous animal.
This is one step down from a wolverine.
That's right.
Yep, same
Yep.
family.
Yep. And what's interesting is the Marten. Now you can hold up the Marten,
Yep.
and in fact, we'll hold them up
Oh, side by side.
side by
That's
side
a
to
good
show you
time.
the difference. This is about averages about 2 pounds, and yet the price on these is around $40 to $60 if you're going to sell them. We don't sell a lot of our furs. In fact, we've only sold one, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
we use them as wall hangers,
Yeah.
and then we'll show you what else we've done with them.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is really neat.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to go. But we skin our own, and we have to register these with the DNR within 2 days of the season. And so if we get something today, by Friday and Saturday, they have to be officially registered.
Friday, you have to register,
Friday
yeah.
registration
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's the difference. The Marten is just a smaller version of the fisher.
Yeah.
They live in holes in the ground, and they spend most of their time, their daylight, in trees. And you have to have old trees in the forest,
Yeah.
because both these animals use hollow areas of old dead trees in order to raise their young.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's the next interesting thing.
Yeah.
The young, they mate in April, and the young are born in March. So they got a 11-month gestation
Isn't that
period.
interesting?
It's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's called delayed implantation. It's one of the very few animals in the world that has that. And I'm sure it was set up biologically for that animal to survive and for the young to survive. And they have 2 to 3 kits every year. And for them to survive, it's really tough. They got to get food for them, and they're constantly out there working food. And so they got to be in a good area. And that's what we have
Oh,
here. We
we
got
got
a
a
federal
great
area.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful here.
And we've got 10 sets out,
Right.
and from the very furthest south set to the very northerly set, it would be a full mile.
A full mile.
Yep.
Yeah.
But this is a walking trap line, and so
Yeah.
we're only targeting a few animals, but we're more into the exercise and
Right.
just getting out there
Oh.
and getting some fresh air.
You can't
and
beat
once
it.
in a while we pick up some fur.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually every year we get something. Yeah.
There are fewer people
Yeah.
using a walking trap line.
Yeah.
They use a lot of vehicles. We've never done that.
Nope.
We walk it, and no matter what the weather, we go in. We have to walk this 3 times
Yep.
within the 6 days
Yeah.
legally.
Good exercise.
You bet.
Yeah.
And again, the last thing, what do we make out of these?
Well, let's see. Earlier, when we first started trapping, we started collecting fur, and eventually I had enough fisher to make a fur hat. And this was made at USA Fox
Out of Duluth.
out of Duluth. And I think it was, if I remember right, it was like 5 pelts that it took to build this hat.
Yes.
And they take certain cuts out of the fur and that type of thing.
Just absolutely gorgeous.
Just a
You
beautiful hat.
have to be here to appreciate this. I mean, you can see it on the video.
Yep, super warm.
it's just-
it's
it's just
like
warm.
an ice fishing hat.
It's just amazing. And for you gals out there,
yeah,
right here,
pine marten.
this is a pine marten hat that can be worn.
Yeah,
It's a lady's hat, and it's kind of a box style hat.
Yeah.
And when you put that on, you barely know
Yeah.
you have it on. And people look and say, "Whoa, you're wearing a hat." And it is warm, and it's really classy,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
Beautiful hat.
Yeah, and that took 4 marten
marten.
hides,
Yep.
pine marten hides to make that, and not expensive. When you supply
when you supply your own fur,
animals,
yeah.
they aren't really that expensive. To get this bill was less than $80.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you supplied your own furs for that. So there's some products that are reasonable. You can make gloves. You can make all kinds of things for winter care. So anyway, here we go. What we're going to do now, we're on our way.
Exactly.
After a little cup of coffee
Yeah,
here,
well,
we're
we gotta
getting
have
ready. We're going to
coffee,
dress up.
some sweets, we got to have
Sweets.
sustenance for the trap
And
line.
we're heading out onto the trap line.
Yeah.
And we've got 10 sets. And we're going to be walking up on these sets. And Leo Lalonde is our cameraman today. And he's done this before, and he's going to follow us. And as we go up on the set, we have no idea what's in it. We're going to see the set before we see if there's an animal in it. And we'll do that all 10 sets. and just see what we get.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds good. And we might talk about the progression, how we've kind of changed our techniques a little bit, over time. And
Right.
Not that we got it all figured out, but this is what we've done. Yeah.
We are strictly amateurs.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
With a big A.
Yeah, big A amateurs.
Yeah.
But this is what's worked for us.
Yeah.
And we've built different types of boxes. All our sets are boxes. They work well. They concentrate the animal into a smaller area in order to catch them. And then we'll also show you the type of trap we use. It's a conibear trap, what they call it.
Yep, body gripping trap.
Body gripping trap, and it actually kills the animal instantly.
Yeah,
it's very humane.
Right. Yeah.
And as humane as a trap could be.
Well, right, exactly. Yeah. But,
and so we're trapping. Yeah. We're taking animals.
That's right. For different uses. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. We're on our way.
Tom, it looks like we've got an animal in our first set that we're checking here today.
Well, we're from a distance. We're about 50 yards away, but the trap isn't where we set it.
No, we had it up on a log, and it's alongside the log, and it looks like there's an animal in the body gripping trap.
Right. And it looks like this is our first trap we checked today.
Right. Yeah. We just walked in a ways, and we'll see what we got here.
I mean, so we're going to walk in, and we got about 50 yards to walk.
Yeah, I can't quite tell what it is, but let's walk up there and see what we got.
We don't have to sneak up, but okay.
Yeah, this was a set that we used, one of our portable boxes.
Our portable boxes, and it's a log we never set on before.
Yeah, this is a first time for this spot. Looks like we got a pine marten. We'll check this out closer.
Possibility, there's something there. Okay, yeah, the box has been disturbed.
Yeah, we got a real nice pine marten here.
Oh,
beautiful animal. Beautiful animal.
That is one of the bigger pine martens we've ever gotten.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Just absolutely amazing.
Probably a big male, be my guess. So
that is just unbelievable. Okay.
All right, Tom, it looks like we got ourselves a real nice pine marten here.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And it's hard to say. This is pretty stiff, so I'm guessing it's been here, more than a day. But what we did is when we were hiking up into this spot, there's a little drainage that comes out of a flooded ash swale here, and there was pine marten sign all through this kind of little swale, and we thought, it might be a good spot to set a box set right up on top of this log, because there was track up here, and that's what we did. We got one of these, it's corrugated plastic box, and we built these things, probably 10 plus years ago. And they fold flat, they go right into a pack basket, which I'm carrying today. It goes right into a pack basket, and we carry these 220 conibear traps that fit into slots on the side, and then we got some hardware cloth that we've built into kind of like a little end cap.
And then they can see through that.
Yep, so they can see right through it.
The bait's back here. Trap up here.
Exactly right. And we'll put the bait in the back there, keeps the birds out of it, that type of thing. And we put this right up on top of the log and wired it right into the log itself. And Tom, just for a reminder, I put some of this Magnum Marten scent right here, this petroleum jelly.
Right here.
Let's not get that on our hats today.
That's pretty stinky.
Yeah. We tend to kind of repel people after we get that on us. So,
Yeah, besides that, other reasons. Okay. Now, we're going to just disengage that.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and unwire it.
Unwire it, and then we're going to show you the animal. This is going to make a wonderful hat.
Yeah,
part of a hat.
This will work really well.
Or something.
Really well. So we'll get this off of here. We'll stay away from some of that Magnum Marten.
Over here, Dan.
And I'm going to slide this over here. Get away from some of that attractant.
Okay.
And
what we'll do is we'll disengage the trap here for the box, and we can leave that on there. Okay.
I'm gonna take and put on some rubber gloves here.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and open up that conibear.
Okay. Let me get this out of here first. There's a lot of wire involved in trapping. You always take wire with you. You never know when you're going to be able to or have to use it. Okay. That's pretty well off of there. Let's get this off.
Okay.
There we go. That's the back part. Everything else is here.
Yep.
Here's the conibear.
Okay, and I'll squeeze this if you want to.
Sometimes takes two people here. This one here I can squeeze. Okay. Now, can you pull on that side of it, Dan, or?
Okay, hold on here a second,
Okay.
Tom. Let me connect this one here first. Can you flip
I
that
can.
over? This
Sure
right
can.
there.
You bet. Here's a. Okay, go ahead. Here it is.
Got it. Great.
There's a safety catch on these springs.
Yep.
And that's
And
what we
why don't I
just did.
squeeze this one too, and then
I'll
we'll
just pull it out.
go ahead and
Do them both? Okay.
yeah, let's do them both.
All right. We're going to take the other spring and put the safety
Latch
set on
on.
it.
Yep.
And there we go. Now she'll open.
Now we can open that trap up real easy.
Nothing to it.
Yeah. And we'll adjust that side there, and there it slides right out.
And there it is. So, this is just one gorgeous, beautiful male pine marten. And boy, we've had them a lot smaller than this, haven't we?
Yeah, that's for sure.
But this is a male,
Real
obviously.
pretty. Yeah.
And the tail isn't quite as long as in comparison as a fisher.
Correct. Yeah.
But here's what's neat about a marten. The only animal that I know of that has an orange neck.
Yeah, and that, I don't know if you can get that, Leo, or not, but boy, it's got a really pretty orange
neck
patch on it.
And the difference between this and a mink is that the mink has color here, the same spot, but it's white. So you got white on mink, orange on marten.
Yep.
And that's just a beautiful, thick winter hide there.
Yeah.
And all different kind of colors, black legs. So, Dan.
Yes, and I think I won the bet.
You did. You guessed.
I guessed the right
trap
set.
would have an animal.
The right set.
And you were
yeah.
right on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Okay, here it is. Here's the animal. I want to show you that orange again. It's just very, very dominant on some of these marten. Some of them don't have any at all, but this is an older animal.
Yeah.
And you've got the orange going down from the cheeks to the neck and the chest. And again, here's the fur. Here's that shorter tail. Fisher would have a lot longer tail than this on that same size animal.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
this is a big one. This is probably around a 2.5 pound animal here.
Yeah. That's a good pine marten.
And we'll be on our way to our second set. Okay, now we're walking up on the second set we're going to be checking. We don't know if there's anything in the box. This is a different kind of box. This is a box that we made ourselves with cedar. We put them out in the woods last spring to let them age, and then we picked them up 3 days ago and set them.
Yeah,
and right now,
we got nothing in this one, Tom.
we have nothing in this one, okay. And we'll show exactly how we have it set though. And we'll have to make sure that the bait is still in there. And is it, Dan?
Yeah, we're good on bait.
Good on bait. Okay, I'll get over here
Log.
so we can talk to each other here. And we're just going to show you a little bit about this box. We could actually pick that up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna set this pine marten out here.
Okay.
And
go ahead.
all right. We'll let Leo get up here. Oh, and we'll need to validate our license too.
Yes.
For this pine marten.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just about 100 yards from our last set.
Right.
So this is the cedar box that Tom had described coming up to it, and it was some old cedar tongue and groove paneling that we kind of built into a box, and put some hardware cloth on the back so that the animal can see completely through the cubby set, and then we also put some additional hardware cloth, kind of a half of the opening piece, just to kind of hold the bait in place so it wouldn't slide.
Yeah,
towards,
maybe Leo
towards
could
the
come up
bottom
here
of
and
it.
take a look
Yeah.
right inside there.
And then the idea is we put them up on a log. We'd like to get our sets up off the ground if we can.
Just showing again, here's the trap, here's the trigger right here, and behind there we built a little cage, and that's where all our meat scraps are, back in there. So in order to get to the meat scraps, they got to go through the trap, hit the trigger, and they're caught. Nothing here, but now we're going to validate the license. The fact that we caught this, you're supposed to validate it right away, and that's what we're going to do.
Okay, we're going to validate the tag for this animal, and this is a Marten. So, and this is, let's see, tag number 1, and it's a Marten. So you make a cut, you know, for the species there, which is Marten, and that validates the type of animal that you took. This was taken in the AM, just before lunch. Okay, validates time of day. And this is, we're in a new month today, December 1. So we got to go ahead and validate the month. And then the date, which is on the other side here. And it's the 1st, like I said. Make a cut for the 1st. And this animal has been correctly tagged.
And it legally belongs to us now.
Yep,
Dan?
correct, yeah, for the 2 of us. And
Yep.
between Tom and I, this is a shared trap line. We can take a total of 4 animals, a combination of either 2 pine marten, 2 fisher, or any number in between that. So, but a total of 4. So, anyways, we're tagged on this first animal, and I'll pull this sight tag off, and this marten's ready to be packed out.
And we don't have to put any tag on the animal.
Correct, yeah.
Just as long as you have that tag with you while you're transporting this animal.
Correct, yep.
Okay.
All right, very good.
Very good. Okay, Dan, we just came up on our 3rd set.
Yeah, we got nothing in this set. This is another permanent set, another cedar box that we built and we left on location, and that way it minimizes some of the gear we got to carry with us, because this is a walk-and trap line.
Yep.
And we cover a fair amount of ground, you know, and so if we can minimize some of the weight, that's a good thing. And this has been a good area. We've gotten a lot of fur out of this area over the years, and so we've decided to leave some permanent sets in the vicinity. And this spot here is good because it's kind of between a couple of lakes. It's kind of a travel corridor for the animals. You can see the rolling terrain, the upland hardwoods. It's an older forest, but also we're up against the base of a swamp right here. And Leo, if you want to just kind of pan through this pine here, and it's a little lowland conifer swamp, and right at the base of that, set on this busted off red pine tree as a location to put the box, get it up off the ground. But numerous times we've had both pine marten and fisher in this area.
Yeah, and we feel this because of the swamp and the connection there with the highland here. We're right on the edge of it. So
yeah.
Animals do run through the swamp looking for critters.
The transition areas are really good between the high and the low ground. So.
Yeah, so we weren't successful here. Only trap number 3 though.
Right, trap number 3.
So we're 33% so far.
So we'll move on and check set number 4 and see what we got there. Yeah.
Very good.
Set number 4 here, Tom. Let's see what we got. This is another new location that we tried.
Again, up on a log.
Yeah, yeah. And just up here past this down white spruce, kind of on the other side here.
All fisher and marten love to run logs, right?
Yeah, exactly right. This box here is a little lower to the ground, but it's still up on a log. And I still can't see it yet, but just catching the top of the box now. And this one here is still set, nothing in it.
Nothing in it?
This is one of our portable boxes.
It's plastic set.
Corrugated plastic box set. And got nothing here. And I think we'll just
leave this go. Right?
We'll leave
just
this
like
leave this be, because we still got another 3 days of season. So
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So.
And there's the box. We can see the box. And Dan, it looks like it's been.
Yeah, it's sprung.
The trap is sprung, but there's no animal. And a lot of things can do that. Squirrels, birds, mice, possibly, mostly squirrels. We'll see if we see any tracks around here, but...
I put that Magnum Marten baits up here, Tom.
The bait's up here, okay, so we don't want to hit that. And what we're going to do then is reset that trap right there.
We'll see all this ice is.
Yeah, you don't want to crawl through there. It's pretty icy. Anyway, what we're going to do is take that trap out and just reset it and put it back in.
All right, we're going to reset this time.
Yep, we'll just help you here with the set. There's it right there. That's good.
Yeah.
We'll flip it around.
Okay.
And do the same to this one. Get a hold of it
And
here.
got to have some
Fingers.
strong hands there, Dan. Set that. Usually we have a tool that we use. Wait a minute, I'll get this up here, Dan, so it's back here. Okay, there we go. Okay, one a little bit further, a little bit. There. Okay.
Right.
Now it's not set yet, but
We got the safety latches
safeties are on.
So we're gonna reset this trap so it's armed, and that's done by squeezing these jaws together and flipping this latch over. We got to get the.
Yep.
There we go.
And this is the trigger.
Yep.
And this is the
I'll squeeze that together.
trigger
Tom.
device, and we'll just put it right on this one right. Let's see, let's get that straight. And there's the trigger device. There's the trigger, and this is the set, and we just make sure that's on there good. And then you let up.
Okay, we'll back this out.
Take
Make sure these ears are off.
Got to make sure those are off. Sometimes you forget them.
Yep.
And then you have
Pull this one off.
no effect
too.
at all.
We'll make sure this is outside of the box.
And slide that right in there.
Slide this in.
There it is.
Okay, we're back in operational again.
Ready to go.
We got a wire on off the end of the chain on the conibear, wired to the spruce tree here. We'll put this off the back. Not that it makes a lot of difference, but just
Okay.
keep her out of the way.
And number 5 is ready to go again.
Yep, we're good to
Since
go.
we got 2 more days of season.
Yeah,
we got,
yeah, we got-
today and then 2 more days.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday we got a pull. So
All right.
excellent. All right, Tom. Let's head over towards set number 6. We got some semi-frozen ice, or I should say ground here. Don't know how much ice we got, but we'll kind of pick our way across here, hopefully, and not go through too much. And then head up the hill there and find set 6. Watch that spot there. It's been a warm season. I mean, like second warmest November on record, and December's starting out real warm too.
Okay, this is Dan. This is set 6. And we'll see what we got. We've never set in this area before.
No, it's a new set, one of our mobile sets. Yeah.
Mobile sets with the plastic up on a log again.
Yep.
And there's a lot of pine marten around this area, so let's see what we got. Walk in toward it. Kind of approach. We're about 100 feet away. And this is where we walked in before. There's more snow today than there was before. It's still snowing a little bit, but not bad. And that's good because that sets up a feeding frenzy, hopefully, for some of these animals when the weather changes.
I don't see the box on the.
No box on there. We got something. The fact there's no box on, there's what we set on.
Yeah.
No box. I don't know where the.
Feeder that's tipped over. We set on that.
Okay.
Got it up off of the ground.
All right. I can see partial the white box laying on the ground there.
Okay, let's see what we got
So
here.
let's go up and take a look. There's something. Could be anything. Could be set like the other one where a squirrel got in or something. No, we got an animal.
What do we got?
We got a pine marten.
Oh wow.
We got a pine marten, and it's a dark colored pine marten
it's really
compared to the
pretty.
other one. Really pretty.
Really pretty.
Doesn't look as big, but it's dark.
Yeah.
That's good. We'll show you the difference between the colorations on some of these animals. Is amazing.
They vary. Yeah, they vary from animal.
Oh, this is great. Okay, so number 6, we got an animal. Great. Okay.
Oh boy, and that one just went into it.
Yeah, he just went into it.
By the neck
Yep.
and the back.
Wow.
Right in front of the back leg.
Yeah, let's take a look here.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a beautiful, look at the dark color on that compared to the other one we had. And I bet you there's more orange on this neck than the last one. We'll show the folks this one.
Get my rubber gloves on here, Tom, and
Okay.
we'll pull this guy out.
Very good.
And so now we're let's see, we both will have tagged a pine marten.
Yes, we both will have tagged a pine marten. We got to set the license on this too. Cut out the date and the time, so on. All right. Well.
Do this trap back here. Let's see what we got.
Oh, is that a gorgeous animal? I
Okay, we're free on that.
can't believe the color on that. I'll get the trap out from these safety pins,
Okay.
and one on the other side should be on there. I'll get the wire off of this one, and okay, we got that off. I'll put my gloves on again.
Slide this guy out.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little better look at him.
Yeah. Wow.
But you can see that, boy, he was after it.
He was out. He just dove right in there. Yeah.
So, you know, a real
But-
humane way of
Yes.
taking an animal. If you're
Oh,
gonna trap
unbelievable!
them,
Instant.
you know.
Yeah. But the coloration is what I'm after.
Oh,
I just can't believe it. The darkness of that thing. And then we'll show the neck when we get this off here.
Yeah. Let me help
So-
you here. I can squeeze this, get this released, and
And get that on there.
okay, hang on tight here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the other one. Two-man operation here sometimes.
Well,
Sometimes you're
especially
alone,
when
but
you forget the setting tongs.
yeah, the set and tongs would help.
All right, let me grab a hold.
Wait a minute, get that over there. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go.
Got it.
Okay.
Now we can pull this guy out.
Yes, we can. And there he
we
is.
go. There we go. We're
Oh,
free.
it's a smaller one. Probably a female, I would say.
Yeah, beautiful though.
But
Here, let me
just
get the other one out.
absolutely, yeah, let's compare.
Comparison, you know?
And then, Leo, just take a look at the orange neck on this critter. Just amazing, the orange.
Well, let's lay him down on the snow here, Tom.
I'll show you the difference
And
here.
You can see the difference in color. It's
Just
really
incredible.
different, yeah.
And you know,
size too.
and when you have something made out of these, they're so beautiful, both of them.
Yeah, you really
You don't know which one to pick.
Yeah.
But then you look at the necks, and you can see that this one, the darker one, has even
more orange.
more an orange. Now, I would say this is, because of the size, it's probably a female.
Yeah, that'd be my
That'd be my guess, because it's quite a bit. It's a lot shorter than
yeah,
this one.
yeah.
This probably weighs about a pound,
Yeah.
I would say. But,
But these are
here you are.
squirrel killing machines.
They are.
Oh,
They-
boy.
they-
can
that's
get
what they
after
eat.
Squirrels.
And a lot of times people see these in the woods when they're hunting.
You know, when I'm cruising timber, I've had them come up on me.
Yeah,
It's really,
yeah,
they're fun to
it's
see
neat,
out
yeah.
there. And a lot of times, if you make a noise like a squirrel,
Yeah.
they'll actually come right up to you and stand there and watch you.
And from a distance, people probably think they're squirrels.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah.
see them, but they're around here. So, well, very good. Again, here we
Yeah,
go.
All right.
Number 2.
Fantastic. Yeah.
2 out of 6.
Yep.
Very good. We're going to do this again to the next tag. We're going to take December here and cut that out. This is so we can transport this animal legally. And again, it's the 1st of December. So we went December 1st. And this is actually, we look at the watch, it's PM. It's early afternoon. So we will take the PM out of there. And I am legally now in possession of this in my name. And we will put that back in the wallet. You have to carry these with you all the time. And I'm only allowed to get one more marten or one more fisher. And then I'm through. So there you go. That's how you do it legally.
All right, Tom, let's see. We're looking at set 7 here.
Set 7.
Come across the lake there on the ice.
Pretty close to the edge of a lake, Dan.
Oh, and you know what? This is another one of our portable boxes that was set up on an aspen tree, and I'm seeing an animal hanging out of the box. Looks like we got another pine marten, Tom. This would be animal number 3. Oh, this is great. Good set. Look at that.
Not a real small one either, is it?
No. Have to check out the coloration on this one. Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Yep, there it is.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent.
This was another set on a big old popple log here.
Yeah.
A popple tree that fell down years ago.
And we
I
haven't
mean, it's big.
we haven't set this location before ever on the line.
No.
But we saw a pine marten track up on top of this parallel aspen, and thought, well, maybe we'll go ahead and set this spot.
Sure.
So, and we were kind of in between some of our permanent sets, and we thought, well, let's put a temporary set in here and see what this looks like. So,
That's exactly right.
well, let's unwire this thing, and I'm gonna have to duck over on the other side to unwire it, I think. All right. Whoops. Here we go. I got the wire now.
Okay, and I got
You got?
the trap.
Okay.
About off here.
Okay. It'll come loose here shortly. Okay, coming at you.
Gotcha.
Got it? Okay.
Okay, there's the end of the box. Here is the animal in the trap. And that is a beauty. That's a oh, look at the orange.
Oh, that's a pretty animal.
That's a combination of colors of the other two.
Yeah.
It's got some dark and some orange in it.
And you know, we left this bottle out here because we had used up all
Yes.
of our
That's our
tractant. And this is that Magnum Marten tractant scent. And it's a petroleum base with some skunk and other types of scents in there. But it works really well in these kind of conditions where it's real wet. It just doesn't freeze, so it holds that scent really nice, and I'm sure that's what's pulling the animals in. And we had picked this up at River Rat. They'd sold us a couple bottles of this, and so this is the one that we used on the line. And
Well, you're beginning to think it's probably some.
There might be something to that. Magnum Marten. I mean, we haven't ever picked up 3 Marten on the line in one day.
No, we haven't. Never.
This is the first time.
First time.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just take this out of the trap and we'll be going to the next set.
Holy cats! Look at that.
This is pretty soft too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let me get this basket off and I'll help you with that. Can't believe it. 3 pine marten. And this one here, we got this one on top. Got her?
Farther. There we go.
Got it? Okay. All right, we'll pull that guy out. There we go.
There it is right there.
I'll wrap this conibeer up.
Boy.
All right, Tom, this is set number 9. See what we got here. This is the one where we saw the cat track at it.
Yes.
And so we kind of modified this one a little bit. I don't see anything in the box. And this is another one of our portable boxes.
Yes.
And still got our meat in it. And then we modified this set here because bobcats are attracted to things that are shiny and move, you know, kind of like your house cat, that type of thing. And this was the package that Magnum Marten came in to minimize the scent when you're not using it. And so I just took a piece of light wire and wired it on there, and it kind of flicks in the breeze. And then we found a few jay feathers, so we threw that kind of in front of the set too. But
And this is where we saw the bobcat tracks right
that
down
came
there.
right down the log here and stepped
before
through
we
here.
set, yeah. And we've gotten Fisher on this log.
Exactly. And actually the one that we showed earlier
Yes.
in the video, the big one, the one that weighed 11 plus pounds, that came from this location in 2014. And it's kind of a natural corridor between a couple of lakes here, you know, up on a ridge. So,
Yeah.
But anyways,
Okay, that was the last, second last one. We got
one more
to check.
down low, and we'll check that and see what we got. And that's a permanent box down
Permanent
there.
box
so
down here. Very
so we'll
good.
check that one out. Well, last set of the day, Tom.
Yep.
Set 10.
Number 10.
See what we got here.
The box trap that we have built.
Oh, permanent box. Okay, I don't see anything sticking out of the front of it,
Nothing
so
there.
we're clean on this.
Okay.
No animals.
No animals.
So let's see. We did. All right, 10. We checked 10 sets, and we pulled 3 pine marten, which we alluded to earlier. That's the best we've ever done.
That's ever done. Yeah.
One day checking the line.
Yeah, and that's 3 days of trapping, or
Exactly.
2.5 days, because it takes a half a day
Right.
to set the first 10
Exactly.
traps.
Yeah.
And so they've been out for about 2.5 days, and it's probably it's the best trapping we've had in the 3-day period.
And no fisher yet, which
No.
is not a bad thing.
Not uncommon.
We saw a fisher track in this area, and maybe it's just going to take that long before it comes back through again. You know,
we've got 2 more days.
Yep. We'll see what we got.
So not tomorrow, but the following day.
Yep.
We're going to be back in picking up all
Thursday,
our sets.
pulling all our sets. Yeah.
All 10 of them. We're going to have to drag these things out. You know, we'll leave these in the woods.
Yeah.
But the plastic ones we'll drag
We'll
out.
pull our portables and leave our permanent boxes out here.
Snap the traps and
we'll
go from there. And when we get back to our shack where we've come out of here, we'll show the folks how those traps spring.
There you go. That's a good thought.
You bet. We'll just put a stick in there and show you how they work.
Excellent.
Okay, very good.
Sounds real good.
Okay, what a day. What a great
beautiful day. We've got light
Snowing,
snow coming out.
35 degrees.
Yeah.
Can't find a better.
Yeah, easy walking.
We've had worse.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, good.
Okay.
Good day.
On our way back.
Well, Tom, another beauty day out on the old trap line, eh?
This is the only way to go.
Yeah, good day.
What a good time of the year to put something like this, a sport, an outdoor sport that any kid could start with very little investment.
Exactly.
So I suggest you kids out there, take a look at this. Put this on your agenda. You know, if you're interested in the wildlife in your area, boy, there's no better way to do it than the observations you see when you're trapping.
Let's go through here.
All right, Dan, here we are. We're at the culmination of a trapping day.
Absolutely.
Which was very successful. We got
Very good day.
3 marten.
Yep.
And of course, then the work starts too. There's more work.
Yep. Your day's not done on the old trap line until
it's
the
not.
fur is all put up. Yeah.
You got to put up the fur, meaning you got to skin the animal.
Exactly.
And then you have to provide the head from this particular animal to the DNR when you register it.
Yep. Yep.
So you got to keep the head. You have to have it in a skinned situation in order to get it tagged, so registered.
And we'll have to go through some of those details in the registration day on Friday.
Yeah, we'll show them how, actually we'll bring them right into the registration day to show them it's a real simple thing. No big deal, you just present your fur and there you go, and they put a tag on it. These have to have a tag on it before they can be sold or even possessed after a day after the season is closed. So that's important. You got to go by the law. So should we show them what we did here, Dan?
Yeah. Why don't we start with yours, Tom?
Okay.
The one that you tagged, you sight tagged that one.
Right.
That was a really pretty
This is
dark,
that pretty dark one.
face.
Yeah, that was just incredible. And we skinned this out specially to keep the paws on and everything around the head, and everything is just perfect on that. It's not cut down the center.
Nope.
This is for a wall hanger.
Yep. Wall display.
Just a wall display. And so this will be eventually, once it gets tanned, it'll be hung on the wall and just a beautiful fur, just for display.
Yeah.
Okay, that's this one.
And then
Now you got some things you're going to do with these.
yeah, the 2 that I skun out, I did not keep the paws on it, and I skun them. This is basically all set up for sale.
Yeah, you don't have to keep the paws on.
No, they don't
sale.
need the paws for
Right.
sale. And so
Okay.
what will have to be done is that this will have to be tagged, like Tom mentioned, and then eventually it'll be inverted and put on a stretcher, and I'll have to go ahead and flesh the inside of the fur and dry it out. And once it's all dried, then I'll re-invert it so that it's fur side out, and then it'll be all set for sale.
Yeah.
So I did both of the pelts. And this was a female. This was a small female. That particular color phase.
Look at the size of that.
And then this bigger one was a male. And I skun that one the same way. And we'll probably sell the male. And I think the female I'm probably going to keep and make some fur muffs out of it.
Okay, earmuffs.
Earmuffs, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And the company where you take these to get them tanned also make products for us.
Exactly right, yeah.
That's out of Duluth.
Yep.
So that's what we'll probably be doing with these. Now we still got 2 days left.
2 days, we'll see what, and we got one tag open yet.
Only got 1 tag left.
Yeah.
We're allowed 4 animals. We have 3 on the first day. And so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
And we're looking for a what?
We're hoping for a fisher.
Hoping for a fisher.
We figured that would cap off this little
Yeah.
film that we made.
Boy, is this nice to get this done on the first day, though. We don't have to worry about these until registration. Rather than just put this off, we decided to skin them tonight. Just get it done.
Yep.
So by 8 o'clock at night, we're all done.
Yep.
Good trapping day.
What better thing to do on a wet, snowy night?
That's right.
Inside a nice warm garage.
Very good. And the next phase of this will be the registration.
Absolutely.
Very
Good deal.
Sounds good. Okay, that's the end of our show, folks, on trapping. I hope you learned a little about trapping and pass it on to maybe some of the kids. It's a great sport and get you out there. And thanks for watching Just Outdoors, and just remember, stay informed.